Hi, I'm David Weegenaar. This is a special news bulletin for chess and those who are interested in chess. News from Canterbury Chess Club, Christchurch, New Zealand. Today's date is the 2nd of November 2017, a Thursday, and last night I went to the Canterbury Chess Club to coach the juniors, of course, firstly, and then I played in the Lightning tournament, and I was in the first lot where I got 4 out of 5. I lost to the top seed in the preliminaries, and I cannot mention names, but the top player from Canterbury, in my eyes as well, at least, is a FIDE Master of Chess in New Zealand and a representative of New Zealand at Olympiad stages throughout the years, and that's pretty cool. So anyway, I played in the Lightning tournament and I lost to him with white in the Knight BD2 advanced French, where white gives up the D pawn for quick development, and he played quite well against it, and I ended up getting my queen pinned to my king with his bishop. Oops, excuse me, pardon me, but I'm not going to do an outtake here, so excuse me. I've just had a bit of a bouch there. So anyway, so here we go. What I want to talk to you about is this Lightning tournament last night. That was a very strong. Lightning chess in Christchurch is quite powerful and quite strong, I find. So I had 4 out of 5, so I went into the final. That's me, David Weegenaar, of course. I went into the final, and long story short, I got second equal, and I got second equal with the same player that I lost to with 4 out of 5 in the preliminaries. We had a position where I was white again, and we were repeating moves a wee bit, but we were both trying to beat the other player, okay? And my opponent was with 43 seconds left as black in the Sicilian. Was it Sicilian? No, it wasn't Sicilian. It was, I played 1d4. I played pawn to queen 4 on move 1. But my opponent had 43 seconds left on the clock when the clocks were stopped. I had 1 minute 23 and 5 minute. So once you lose on time, there's no increments. So there's no increments in this 5-minute tournament at Christchurch Canterbury Chess Club. So I offered him a draw, and because, as far as I'm concerned, we were repeating the position, I was met with a little bit of conjecture about that, maybe even from my opponent too, that, you know, like, you probably could have tried to win on time. I'm not sure if I would feel good in myself, at least. I don't think I would respect myself much if I had actually won on time in what I would consider an equal position, where we both couldn't break through to the other side. So I drew that game with him, and I played a friend of mine from the club. He is in administration as well, in the final, and I lost that game. But that was an interesting game. I was white in this, and my opponent was on the back foot very quickly, and I saw I could win a piece very quickly, But guess what David Weegenaar did? He sort of like went on a peace hunt, thinking I'm going to win a peace here. But my opponent slipped out of this problem, because that's what chess is all about, working out problems. So he found a way out, which was quite good. It was getting out of a rat trap, frankly. And he managed to, we had an exchange of pieces where I ended up a pawn also down, or pawn down. And so then I was on the back foot. And then the next thing is, I'm starting to lose on time because I'm trying to save my position. It's pretty, I don't want to lose. I want to at least draw. And it gets down to where I'm defending really quite well. I'm reasonably proud of my play, even though I lose to him. We get down to, we've just swapped off the last rook, and we've got an opposite coloured bishop endgame each. But my flag fell. And my opponent, he knew that he said to me, or words to the effect, he said, like, I know you got out of this, but time. So there's sort of like a kind of a, there's a sort of a objective kind of subjective kind of contrast there. I was quite happy to lose what would eventually be a drawn endgame. I was quite happy to lose that type of endgame on time, but then I wasn't very happy if I would win one on time. That was a drawn game as far as I'm concerned too. Okay, so then I beat the player that got first, but I don't care about that person getting first because I really like this young player who got first. But in my game with this player, I found it very hard, as white again, to hold it reasonably down, because he's very, very good positionally and he's quite good at tactics too. So I got down to actually a one position. I ended up winning a pawn, at least one pawn or two. So I ended up winning that game on time, but my position was a little bit better. I was a pawn or two up at the end, and we only had a rook and a piece each. So and pawns. So here we have it. I'm now going to say I consider, even though I've won first place on my own a number of times in the Canterbury Chess Club for Lightning Chess, I consider last night to be the best Lightning tournament I've played in since I won the New Zealand Speed Championships way back all those years ago in 1989, 29 years ago. And that's all. And now I just want to say, Kiwi, my wee mascot, says, over and out, Dave. Okay, you can tell I'm mimicking, but I'm trying to impersonate him. I'm trying to say it for him instead of him saying it. So Kiwi says, over and out, Dave. Okay, Dave, let's get going.